Hi, I'm Ma. I didn't realize at the time, but my microphone wasn't working here. I've made the possibly unwise decision of joining the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, round 3, details in the description, and the possibly even more unwise decision of doing the full gamified version. This means that I'll be rolling these giant dice in my garden to find out additional descriptors for each book I need to fulfill a prompt. Here is what each number corresponds to. 1. A new to me author. 2. A non-white author. Obviously, non-white covers the majority of the world, so I'm hoping to read a broad range of non-white authors. 3. A disabled or otherwise uncommon protagonist, such as a plus-size main character or an elderly protagonist. 4. A queer author or story. 5. A debut or indie author. I changed this from self-published. And if I roll a 6, I roll twice more and combine 2 of the above prompts. Dice rolling montage, let's go!
One eternity later.
So, we have our dice rolls that I've written up from all my giant dice rolling in the garden, and I'm going to put them all into my Hrcyed 3 spreadsheet. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just look at one in detail and maybe talk about how my plans for that prompt have changed. Maybe I'll just speed run through me adding these to my spreadsheet, and while I do that, you can have a look and see how my strawberry plant is getting on in the garden. Let's have a look. Alright, so we're back and I have filled in every dice roll on every tab of my spreadsheet now. And I thought what we'd do is we'd look in detail at the periodic table prompt and how these dice rolls have changed my plans for what I'm going to read for this prompt. So I looked through the books I had planned for this to see if I had one that was a non-white author that is also a new to me author. And I found Silver Nitrate by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This also has silver in the title, so I might be able to use it for my rainbow titles, and it's also a red horror, which might work for my mashup. Next up, I needed a book by a non-white queer author with an element in the title, and on my shortlist I found The Iron Garden Sutra by A.D. Sui. This could also work as a yellow sci-fi for my mashup, or a cleric in my Choose Your Party prompt. And next, because I kept rolling 6s, I had to find a book with an element in the title with a disabled or uncommon protagonist that was also a new to me author. And I found The Radium Girls by Kate Moore. This copy also has a diamond shape on the cover, so I'm hoping to use it as my birthstone. After that, I needed a book that was a queer author or a queer story. And I already had Tin Man by Sarah Winman on my plan, so that works for that because Sarah Winman is queer. And then finally, I've put in Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. Barbara Kingsolver is a new to me author, and I'm hoping to also use this for my remix prompt because it's a retelling of David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. I'd love to know in the comments if you're doing the gamified version or how you're customizing Hrcyed 3.0 for yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye.